Hey, Kevin, this is Cowboys abroad. Just want to talk to you real quick. Hey, Cowboys, Dallas Cowboys Nation, congratulations on an order. You know, it's so easy to get on a day like today to get caught up in the roster cuts and who's not making the team, who's been given the pink slip, and who we're cutting down, and who we might bring back, and all this kind of thing. But we don't need to lose sight that there's some players that dreams have come true. The Dallas Cowboys. They have finally made it. They are part of America's. They are part of America's team. They are forever part of America. The Cowboys' history it can be written down in the rosters of being a Dallas Cowboy. And we don't want to lose sight of that. And we don't want to lose sight of how hard some of these guys had to work to get to where they are. Congratulations to these guys that are new to the roster. It's when surprising when you look at everything in its totality. There's not a whole lot of new faces. There's 9 new faces, Cowboy Nation. That's it. 9 new faces on the Dallas Cowboys roster. It's part of the 53, and they had to survive the Game of Thrones in order to get there. You know, you think of where these guys come from. Congratulations to them for making the 2019 28 Dallas Cowboys roster. Frank Pollard, you got Tony Pollard. Tony Pollard will be changing his name to number 20. He's did nothing but impress since he's been here. Worked his tail off, and with all the stuff going on with Ezekiel Elliott, all the stuff going on with Ezekiel Elliott, you might be a starter, you might be a backup, you might be a starter, you might be a backup. We need you to play special teams. We need you here. We need you to kick returns. We need you to kick returns, punt returns. We need you. Hey, you're gonna have to. You might be a backup son, so you might need a special teams role. We're gonna have to count on you there, we may have to roll with you in the regular season, because we don't know what's going on with Ezekiel Elliott and Tony Pollard has stayed focused. He went out, did his job, did what he had to do, made this team. It was impressive. And when the team needed him to step up, he stepped up. He stepped up and claimed the spot. He walked Cowboy Nation off. He walked Cowboy Nation off the edge. Off the ledge. Because quite frankly, he shined. And so Cowboy Nation wasn't worried. Congratulations, Tony Pollard, for making this team. Luke Gifford, worked hard. Battled some injuries. Lo and behold, get injured in the first preseason game, and despite that, he still makes the team. Tristan Hill, Tristan Hill is a development project, but he did enough to make this team. He's did enough to make this team over the course of the year. He would do nothing but get better. A lot of upside for Tristan Hill. I want to talk about Brandon Knight for just a minute. Brandon Knight, congratulations to you. Brandon Knight was undrafted free agent. He didn't even get picked up, and he come on this roster and he battled his tail off, and he beat out some veterans. And sent some more experienced people home, some people that were drafted to the house. Brandon Knight threw it all, and trying to make this team, got injured and had to battle through injury, and was still able to make this roster. Shout out to Brandon Knight. Congratulations. Kerry Hyder did nothing but ball since he got here. Did nothing but ball since he got here. Also want to talk about Christian Hill in the same. Breath. Why? Because these guys are veterans. These guys were cut by other teams, let go. We know how short the shelf life is in the NFL. Most players don't play that long. Your careers don't last that long. And so when you get released, you don't know if you're ever going to find another home. These guys come in on a prove it type of situation, prove it to us, show us you can play. And Christian Covington and Kerry Hyder stepped up and proved they can play. and constant, and their reward for doing so, land that out on the line is they get to play and keep their career going. And they continue to play in the NFL and see where it takes them. They get another stop in the journey, and they get to be a part of the star. Joe Jackson, Joe Jackson, Joe Jackson, Donovan Will, Donovan Will, Donovan Wilson. Both of these guys, both of these guys. Nobody really talking about these guys. Nobody really talking about these guys. Didn't really make a lot of buzz in the beginning. Really didn't make a lot of buzz in the beginning of the training camp, but by the end of training camp, people couldn't stop talking about these guys. These guys came in, they made plays, they make impact plays, and at the right time, at the right moment, they stepped out and showed that they could do it in the lights. And consequently, you couldn't not put them on the Dallas Cowboy roster. Congratulations to those two for making it through and being part of the team. And lastly, and not least, Devin Smith. Devin Smith. Devin Smith has had a lot to overcome. Because first of all, the guys had two knee surgeries. He's had two knee injuries, two knee surgeries, and battled through an injury through his battled through injury through his career. And it was a risk for to even be brought into training camp. It was bounced around to a couple teams, and finally find a home here. But dude, we didn't have a place for him here in the Cowboys. We didn't have a place for him on the Cowboys roster. I mean, when he got here, Alan Hurns was still on the roster. John Bell Johnson was being thought of, man, as a great, as a guy that was going to easily make the roster, that was doing great. Reggie Davis started showing some flashes. Guyton had a play here and there. Cedric Wilson was thought of as a guy coming out of Boise, familiar with the program that Kevin Moore likes to run, as somebody that was going to make this roster. And so the probability of Devin Smith making this roster was slim to none. But he came, he showed up, and he worked. And, he proved that he can make plays. He proved that he can make plays with our third string QB, with Mike White. He played plays with our second string QB, Cooper Rush. He proved he can do it. Well, it didn't really matter if it was a backup or a star throwing the ball. If you got it to Devin Smith's area, he was going to catch it. And so he did everything he needed to do. Not only to get on this roster, but he eclipsed a lot of people to do it. He had to go from the bottom to the top. I didn't even have him. He was so far down my depth chart. I didn't even have him listed as a potential wide receiver. But he moved his way up slowly and methodically by his hard work and determination. These guys, my hat goes off to these guys. Welcome to Cowboy Nation. Welcome to Cowboy Nation. Glad to have you a part of the team. We're looking forward to what you're gonna do in the future, and all that comes from being a Dallas Cowboy. Stay true to the star. Welcome to Cowboy Nation. This Cowboys Abroad. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you for checking me out. Thank you for checking me out. And I appreciate your support. Like, share, subscribe. Share this with your friends. These guys really deserve it. And I'm so glad that they're part of this organization. These guys had to work their asses off to get to where they are. And now they finally get to wear the star. This is Cowboys Abroad.